Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Solu Broadcasting Network. I am your host, Scotty Bonner. As you can see, the Zamboni is out there doing what Zambonis do, the greatest engineerical achievement of mankind, circling the wagons. Round and round it goes. So it looks like we're going to get started here in about 5 to 10 minutes. So still a great opportunity for you to head back to the microwave and pour that second plate of leftovers or whatever it is you had this evening and get yourself prepared, get your beverage nice and high and full of ice and carbonated and ready to go. We're going to be getting started here, like I said, about 5 to 10 minutes. The Riverhawks and the Seahawks doing battle. It's going to be a great game, a U18 affair. Thank you so much for tuning in. And please share the link, share the link, share the link. Anybody can tune in right now at solubroadcasting.org, and the boys and girls can go back and watch the games later on in our archives. Never a pay-per-view here on the Solu Broadcasting Network. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll be right back with the start of the affair. There's some during the week, high school games, but they don't start till December. Yeah, but mostly just weekends. Did I send you the? Yeah, you did. Okay, yeah. The rest of the Seahawks are on the weekends, yeah. Okay. All the high school teams are. Some play Monday, Wednesday, Friday play all week long. That's in December. It starts after Thanksgiving, yeah.
So what age are these, this group?
High school. U18. So anywhere from 9th to 12th grade. Oh my, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the SOLU Broadcasting Network on what has turned out to be quite the violent weather night here in Norwich, Connecticut. A couple of trees down on the way here, a couple of power lines fell down on the way here, but you don't mind that. Welcome to the SOLU Broadcasting Network. I am your host, Scotty Bonner, along with my cameraman, Aiden. We are here live at the Rose Garden in Norwich, Connecticut. A high school battle, a U18 battle about ready to take place right here before your very eyes and ears between the Connecticut Riverhawks and the southeastern Connecticut Seahawks. The Riverhawks are wearing their dark yellow sweaters with the RH across the chest. One can only imagine that stands for Riverhawks. I don't consider myself too smart of a man, but I think I can put that together. Blue shoulders, blue numbers, white trim, yellow socks with blue and white stripes. They are looking sharp. They're looking ready to go. And in between the pipes is going to be the netminder, Mr. Adam Gutman. And down at the other end, ladies and gentlemen, the southeastern Connecticut Seahawks wearing their bright home yellow sweaters. Says Seahawks across the chest with the numbers across the chest. That pleases the broadcaster, gives an extra opportunity for me to possibly guess who has the puck and who does not. Blue numbers, ladies and gentlemen, white trim, yellow socks with blue and white trim. And in between the pipes for the Seahawks is going to be none other than number 30, Mr. Eric Prates. We're about ready to get underway here. It's 5-on-5 hockey, high school hockey, ladies and gentlemen. 5-on-5 hockey, 15-minute stanzas. Full body contact is encouraged and allowed by USA Hockey and encouraged by the broadcaster, I should say. Icing and offsides is in effect. There is no more delayed offsides anymore in youth hockey. Don't get mad at the broadcaster. Feel free to write USA Hockey after the restraining order. I cannot write them any more letters about that. And if your organization is shorthanded and they ice the puck, it still will go as an icing call. And if the game should end up tied at the end of regulation, then there will just be a tie, and there will be no overtime, no sudden death or sudden life overtime. So we're about ready to get underway. The Riverhawks in dark yellow, the Seahawks in bright yellow. You are watching the SOLU Broadcasting Network. Happy Saturday in the evening. Hopefully everybody's being safe out there in southeastern Connecticut. The weather was a little bit vicious out there. Well, we're here. That was some heck of a storm that rolled in there. I'll tell you, I was very impressed. Good thing to see that the lights are on here. So we're about ready to go. We're about a minute away from the start of the affair. You see the goaltender there, Mr. Gutman, going to get the puck. He's wearing number 35 in your scorecard. The Riverhawk team goes from 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. So they're going with the Lou Lamoriello low numbers on the organization. You got to like that. I guess none of these guys are allowed to have mustaches or beards or long hair either. We'll see about that. So the Riverhawks and the Seahawks about ready to do battle. You see Casa Grande there at center ice going through the warm-ups. The Seahawks going through their warm-ups. The Riverhawks going through their warm-ups. This is a battle for Hawk supremacy here this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, this should be a good one. The high school season now just right around the corner, less than a month away. Just got to get through the greatest holiday that mankind has ever invented, Thanksgiving, coming up at the end of the month here. Of course, SOLU Broadcasting, very proud, very excited, very fired up. We're going to be at the Avon Thanksgiving Tournament all 3 days, broadcasting 35 games in 3 days. So if you think that the broadcaster sounds a little punchy now on his third game here in the afternoon, wait till we get 35 in 3 days. Then I'm not going to get any information correct out there, and I'll definitely be slurring my words. So we're about ready to get underway here from the Rose Garden in Norwich, Connecticut. You see the netminder Gutman going through his warm-ups there, showing good flexibility. The Riverhawks and the Seahawks gathering in their pucks. I had a chance to meet with the officials before the game started. I told the ref, I said, listen, pal, if things end up going well for the Seahawks, there could be a couple of cheeseburgers in it for him. He nodded. Of course, he couldn't, completely acknowledge the deal because, that, you got to have plausible deniability. But he knew exactly what I was saying, ladies. I told him the Freiburg Turtles, they don't lose tonight. And then I quickly made a call to my good buddy Ace Rothstein out in Las Vegas, and I took care of business. We're about ready to get underway. Both organizations over at their benches getting a couple of last-minute instructions from the coaching staffs. There's the officials right there, the one backpedaling there. He gave me the internationally recognized sign for I would prefer some bacon on my cheeseburger, and trust me, Mr. Official, I read you loud and clear. All right, the Seahawks break their huddle. Prates headed in between the pipes. Looks like Declan York is going to get the start. And number 11 out there, that's Kevin Yang. York, Yang, and number 17, that's Hakum on the wing. Brady Hakum, number 7 on defense there, Colin Bunkley. And I believe he's out there with number 22, Nicholas Pisani. Those are your starting 6 for the Seahawks as the Riverhawks report to duty. The ref checks with everybody in the building, doesn't check with the broadcaster or the cameraman, but we're ready to go, and we're underway. from Norwich, Connecticut, a battle of yellow sweaters for Hawk supremacy. Here's York now. Right off the bat, walking in one-handed there on the backhand. Couldn't get around the netminder. Nice job there by Gutman to stay with him. Quick shot from the point. Deflected in front. Boy, the Seahawks certainly came prepared tonight. Just 10 seconds into the affair, or 16 seconds into the affair, I should say. 2 shots on goal quickly. That's the way to defend the home ice. You show up ready to go. Now they win the draw now. Here's York. York sending it back to Bunkley. Bunkley along the boards. Goes down for a walk, trying to send it behind there. Picked up there by Balco. Balco trying to move the puck along. He lost the handle on it. Sent hard around. Cleared but not out. Kept in there by Bunkley. Nice job by Bunkley keeping the puck in. Bouncing puck sent behind the net. Seahawks the first on it there. Trying to get it back in front. Thwarted aside there by the netminder, Gutman. Seahawks circling the wagons now. That's Yang. He lost the handle on it. Sent back out to center. Backpedaling there. That's Gavin Casagrande, number 5, wearing Denny Potfan's old number. Nice breakout defense offense quickly by the Seahawks. Walking in. Waffle save there by Gutman. Quick shot there by Yang. Coming over quickly. There's Govea. Cleared out to center now. Back the other way now. Here comes Minder. Minder's got a little bit of help there, but you see a lot of light yellow sweaters arriving. The cavalry coming back to help out as Casagrande got a big chunk of them. Trying to head up the boards there. That was Logan Jones. Wonder if he's any relation to Dr. Indiana Jones. Back the other way now. Wheeling and dealing through the neutral zone. That's Karen. Karen lost the handle on it. Good job of back checking. Away come the Riverhawks now. Sending it in. They'll go for a player change. Side of the net there, a minute and a half into the affair. We play 15-minute stanzas, so it's 13 and a half minutes left to go here. Looks like we might have our first icing of the evening. There it is. Icing happened when the puck go down, bang, before the other guy. You know the rest of the story, ladies and gentlemen. The great rookie goaltender, Denny Lemieux, expressed it so wonderfully to the immortal Jim Carr. 13 minutes, 36 seconds remaining here in the opening stanza. We're just nicely underway. 0-0 is the score. All tied up. Still a good chance for everybody at home to throw in $5 a man on the first goal. No point in not gambling, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a chance now. Govea. Govea trying to run the gauntlet. Leaving it there. Letting the shot go. They score! Wyatt Verberidge picked up the puck from Govea to Govea. Lost the handle on it across the blue line. A great job of puck support there by the Seahawks. Oh, my. They came right out the gate on fire here this evening. They bury the biscuit there. Just a minute and 36 seconds into the affair. The Seahawks are on the board, 1-0. Verberidge did a nice job there of following it up and burying the biscuit. Trying to get around Casagrande there. That's Beletsky. Beletsky has the lumber laid into him there by Casagrande. Right back to his feet. That's what we like to see. Love to see good hard hitting here on the SOLU Broadcasting Network, and love to see the young ladies and lads get right back up. Here's a chance now. Walking in like a hot knife through butter. Pulling the trigger. Big stop there by the netminder. That was Verberidge again. Looking to get on the score sheet twice here during his shift. That's a good shift. When you hop over the boards, it's 0-0 and get back, and it's 2-0 if he had completed it. Glad I started him in my fantasy hockey league tonight, though. He's obviously brought his A game with him, as has the rest of the Seahawks. Riverhawks now getting their sea legs. Back the other way now. Here comes Balco. Balco with a nice rush down the right wing. Balco sending it hard around. Nobody home there. Picked up by Govea. Govea trying to get it out. Kept in nicely there by Giacobbe. Good job there by Giacobbe stepping up. Bouncing puck, the Riverhawks setting up now. That's Eisman, Ted Eisman, number 17, wearing Matty Martin's number. Sending the puck in, hard along the boards, chipped out to center it goes. 12 minutes, 15 seconds left to go here as the ref waves off icing. Giacobbe behind his own net now, hounded there by Palmer Williams. Cleared but not out, kept in at the blue line there by Sherman. Doesn't get through, it's sent all the way out to center, tracking it down there, Jackson Reagan. Reagan doing a nice job of clogging up the neutral zone as the Seahawks recover the puck, completing a player change. Calvin Minko leaving it there for Spencer Sherman. Sherman sending it hard along the boards. Here come the Riverhawks now. Trying to run the gauntlet right up the gut there. Couldn't do so. Picked off by Yang. Yang, he's got those jets. He's extremely shifty. Carrying the puck through the neutral zone. Yang 1-on-4. Yang still 1-on-4. Pulled down for his efforts. Looks like the Seahawks are going to be going to the power play there as Yang was pulled down. That young man is quite wily like a coyote. He can go left to right, right to left, up, down, BA, start. Headed to the sin bin now. That's Trevor Minder. For the Riverhawks, a golden opportunity here for the Seahawks. They already lead by 1 with 11:38 left to go here in the opening stanza. We'll see what they can do on the power play. Big penalty kill here. If you're a Riverhawks fan at home, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in. It's a blessing, honor, and privilege to be here with you tonight. A dream come true for the broadcaster. I mean that every time I say it. And there you see it, ladies and gentlemen. They're shorthanded. They won the draw. They iced the puck, and it's still icing. I don't want to get too much on my soapbox here tonight, but I'll tell you, doesn't make any sense to the broadcaster why they made that an icing. But, like I said, USA Hockey, well, they don't want to hear from me anymore. So face-off now to the left of the netminder. His glove side, he catches conventionally from my perspective. One there by the Riverhawks. Now they got to be careful not to ice it. Is York making the play behind the net now. Oh, the Seahawks really have a lot of energy tonight. You got to like that. Here's York now as the high school season, like I said, is just right around the block. Most of the Seahawks will be on the ECT Eagles. Some will be going to other organizations, and we wish them the best, healthiest, and happiest, and fantasticest season that they could possibly have. Success all around, and stay healthy. Along the boards now, behind the net, looking. Got a man there, that's Bunkley, trying to get it backdoor. Just failed to connect there with Brady Hockham. Hockham now leaving it there for Williams. Good cycling by the Seahawks as 40 seconds remains on the man advantage. Riverhawks finally getting possession now, trying to go out on the backhand, tripped up to Christie. Christie does get it out to center as he's hit there by Bunkley. Sent all the way down, no icing as the ref says it was deflected in, picked up by Pisani. Pisani, tape to Bunkley. The first pass is always the most important pass on the power play, and that was a beautiful pass. Carried it in, but half a step offsides. Was the right wing on that one. Let's see who that was. That was number 12 was offsides there, Govea. Well, you don't mind that. I'd rather have a guy a half a step offsides because he's going 100 miles an hour than a guy onsides because he's going 50%. So, no problem there. Just a whistle. Seahawks regather themselves. They've been rarely, very, very sharp here from the get-go. Govea just simply running over the young lad there. Watch out for the skates there. You want to be careful. Good job there by everybody to get up calmly. You always want to chill out once both guys fall. Back to the blue line now, sending it down low. Deflected down low twice in front there. First by Verberidge, then by Yang. That was a double deflection down low. I'm sure that the lads will tell you that's just how we practiced it. How about that? I believe it was Casagrande who got the quick shot off, and then it was deflected by Verberidge and deflected on the way in from that by Yang. Not an easy task there for the goaltender to stop two deflections on the way in. One's hard enough. Face-off win now, good puck control over to Bertelli. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey, circling Wagons. Verberidge letting the shot go. See by the netminder Gutman, and there'll be no further play. Nice stop there by the netminder. Adam Gutman, he's been sharp. He's been tested here early on, ladies and gentlemen, keeping his organization only down by one. Seahawks win the draw now, letting the quick shot go. That did not miss by much as that one buzzed the tower there. Oh, Goose would not be pleased. Maverick would say we got to do it. Goose tried to explain to him, I've got a wife and kid at home. Gobbled up there, a can of corn by the netminder Gutman. And there'll be no further play. Casagrande getting a couple of shots on goal here. Seahawks sending out some fresh troops now, some fresh talons arriving for the Seahawks. 5 fresh Seahawks, 10 fresh legs, if you will. Sherman and Reagan on the blue line now. As Williams is on left wing, another face-off win there by the Seahawks. Karen sending it back to the blue line. Kicked in there nicely by Sherman, looking like Pele at the blue line. Bouncing puck there. Nice job by Sherman again to use his feet. Good hand-eye or foot-eye coordination, I guess we should say. Riverhawks trying to get it out along the boards now. Beletsky cleared but not out. Kept in by Sherman at the blue line. Back the other way now, picked up by May. May sends it out to center. Seahawks send it back in. They were on the right side of the red line, so no icing. The netminder lets it run behind the net now. Going to get it there is Mirko. Sending it hard along the boards as Eisman. Eisman dangerously in front of his own net now. A little bit of a giveaway chance for the Seahawks down low. Couldn't corral the puck. Sending it out. Looks like that's one going to go for icing. Icing is the call there against the Riverhawks. Just under 9 minutes to play here in the opening stanza. The Seahawks leading this one 1-0. They're out shooting the Riverhawks about 9 or 10-0 thus far. One's got to wonder where the broadcaster's pretzel is as the young lady goes by with a pretzel. I know that young lady, though. I had the pleasure of coaching her last year on the Lady Seahawks, so. And a good friend of my daughter's, but still, you would think she'd bring the broadcaster a pretzel. She had a nice hot chocolate going there, too. No love from the broadcaster. Well, that's all right. You don't mind that. Back the other way now, or perhaps, a pretzel for your old coach, I gave her plenty of ice time. Well, she earned plenty of ice time, I should say. All right, in on the netminder, pouncing on it there is Prates. His first time handling the puck here this evening. Nice job by Prates there to flip the puck up off the ground right on the exterior part of his mitt there. Oh, that did not go unnoticed by the broadcaster. Perhaps the untrained eye at home, you may have missed it, ladies and gentlemen. But that's the advantage of tuning in here with an old third-string backup netminder. We capture those things. Nice job by York to get out and block the shot. Back the other way now, Declan York. York trying to lower the shoulder. York putting the brakes on. York with the puck along the boards. Nice hit there. Coming over to get a chunk of them was Jones. York keeping the legs turning. Bouncing puck to Yang. Kept in there by Bunkley. Nice job by Bunkley to send it down low to Yang. Yang looking to set up shop now. Yang protecting the puck. Trying to get back to the forehand. Yang on the backhand. Sending it back to the blue line. Pisani keeping it in. He sends it below the goal line. Chasing it there is York. Nice job by the Riverhawks to get it first. But Pisani read that one like a fine piece of literature. Keeping it in at the blue line. Pisani looking sharp there. Got the Riverhawks hemmed in here as York chasing over to go get it. Along the boards now, sent all the way down. Not icing as it was deflected. 7 minutes, 40 seconds left to go here. In what has been a very fast-paced opening stanza, the Seahawks leading it 1-0. It could be a lot more than that if not for the heroics of the netminder Gutman. Up to Yang there. That failed to click. Yang stealing the puck. Yang at the dot. Yang walking and letting the shot go. That just missed. The quick hands there of Kevin Yang. Following the play up, there's Bunkley. Bunkley on the backhand. Bunkley hounded there by two Riverhawks. A little bit of pushing and shoving ensues there. You don't mind that. It's not foreign to the product. Yang coming along now off the boards. Yang trying to send it there to Pisani. A little too hot to handle, a little too cold to hold, but Pisani tracks it down. Seahawks getting to all the loose pucks here thus far. Pisani trying to set up Bunkley. That one was a little too hot to handle. In the corner now, Riverhawks. They do get it back out to center. Seahawks backpedaling there. Over to Bunkley now. Fresh troops arriving for the Seahawks. Riverhawks also getting some fresh troops out there. Playing it now. That's Owen Fox behind his own net. Fox trying to start the breakout as he sent it to Eisman. Eisman lost the handle on it. Seahawks recover at center ice and look to dump it in. They do. Govea giving chase. Nice drop pass there. Verber's looking for number 2. Big stop there by the netminder Gutman behind the net. Back in front. They jab at it. Still loose. Couldn't find the loose puck there. Bouncing puck. Seahawks trying to get to it. They can't do so. That was Brett Karen who had the chance there. Walking off the balls now. Casagrande sending it into the corner. Chasing it down there. Verberidge passing it up along the boards. Letting the quick wrist shot go. Big stop there by Gutman. Good clavicle utilization there by the netminder. And he does not allow a rebound. It's a good thing he didn't. There were a lot of Seahawks causing a lot of duress on the young lad there. Good goaltending once again there by Adam Gutman. He's been solid. He's been the Riverhawks' best player thus far, keeping it a 1-0 affair. Well, that's what goaltenders are supposed to do. I remember one time I did a North Carolina Duke game down in Raleigh. We'll get back to that in a moment. Here's a quick shot now. Bouncing puck knocked down by the Riverhawks, trying to get it out to center. They do send it out to center, and the goalie ended up making something like 63 saves. I mean, he was just absolutely unconscious, and they won 3-1 or something. And the coach was an elderly gentleman. And I was talking to him after the game. I was like, what a great game by your goalie. He's like, yeah, that's what goalies are supposed to do. He has a chance now behind the net. He's like, I don't talk to them at all. Their job's just to stop the puck, and he did. Looks like the net may have come off its protective moorings, or do we have a delayed penalty coming here? Let's see. Perhaps somebody skated through the crease. If you skate through the blue paint now, that's also an automatic whistle. USA Hockey determined to make these games 4 hours long. So another interesting rule coming out of USA Hockey. But if you even touch the blue paint, it's an automatic whistle. So you can decide whether you like it or not. I've already made my decision, but who cares what I think. Yang can't sidestep there. Giacobbe. Nice job there by Giacobbe standing him up at the blue line. Bouncing puck now, pushed ahead. Here comes Jones. Jones sidestepping Spencer Sherman, letting this shot go. See by Prates as he steered it off into the corner. Prates' first save. Rebound in front. They had a golden opportunity there. Couldn't pull the trigger as it went off one of the legs in front there. Good job by the Seahawks to collapse down low. The best pressure by the Riverhawks this evening. Good job by the Riverhawks getting a couple of opportunities there on the netminder Prates. Riverhawks finding their sea legs now. Started off a little bit sluggish, but you can see they're getting their game going. Here's Yang now. Yang wheeling in there, looking like a hot knife through butter. Turned out to be more like a cold spoon through cream cheese. Giacobbe now back the other way. He's got help coming. That's Minder. Giacobbe letting the shot go. Big stop there by Prates. And he finds the rebound for no further play. 4 minutes, 42 seconds remaining here. The Riverhawks now with a couple of shots on goal. Really starting to pick up the pace there. Good job by the boys in the mustard yellow. Versus the boys here in the bright sunshine. If there's a bumblebee in the house, he's really, really happy yellow. Face off now to the right of the netminder, Prates' waffle side. He too catches conventionally from my perspective. Rick DiPietro would disagree. Grant Fuhrer certainly would not like to have that conversation, and dare we leave out the fantastic, wonderful Mr. Darren Pupa, who also caught the other way. Here's Carone now. Carone walking in, letting the shot go. Nice job there by Gutman to hold on. Great rush there by number 19, Brett Karen. Walked off the boards, lowered the shoulder there. Good burst of speed there on one skate. Much like Lane Meyer, he was skiing on one ski. Leaning in now to take the draw. Winning it back to the Seahawks. Have been dominating in the face-off circle. That just missed as it went by the ear hole there. Nice wrist shot there by York. Seahawks have won, I would say, about 86.7% of the face-offs here this evening, but that's, not completely necessarily accurate, but that's just my best guess. Along the boards now, trying to get the puck out. Nice pass to York. York looks up. A lot of real estate now as he walks in on a 3-on-2. Trying to run the gauntlet right up the middle. Ran out of real estate there as it rolls off his stick there. Good rush there by Declan York. Great passing by the Seahawks tonight. They look really sharp out there. Riverhawks, you got to tip your hat to them, though. They are hanging in there, I'll tell you. Ice has been tilted. The shots have been tilted, but it's 1-0. The Riverhawks are one shot away from this being a tie game, and that's all that matters. And the effort's been there by the boys in the mustard yellow, so I really got to applaud them, the coaching staff, the moms and dads, and the fellas out there. 3 minutes and 26 seconds left to go here. Here's Bunkley now. Bunkley through the neutral zone, leaving it for York. York deflecting it in. I don't know if that was intentional or if it hopped over his stick. Either way. York trying to keep it in along the boards. Couldn't do that against Christie. Christie down the right wing. Christie hounded there by York. Sends Christie flying. Good job by Christie, though, to win the battle and get it in on Prates there. That was number 8. That was Logan Jones. That was a nice play there by Christie. He was going down, getting taken out, and he still did a nice job sending the puck in deep. While he was under duress, while he was being spilled for his efforts. You got to like that sort of effort there by the big fella. Michael Christie, number 2 in your scorecard. Bouncing puck now. Corralled by the Seahawks. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the opening stanza. Back to the blue line it goes. Kept in there. That's Giacobbe. Sent out to center now. Foot race. Here's Verberidge now. Verberidge getting the Jets going at the dot. Pulling the trigger. Big stop there by Gutman. Nice burst of speed there by Verberidge. Gutman making the save. Cleared but not out. Kept in at the blue line. Nice job there by Bertelli. Bouncing puck now. Sent back out by the Riverhawks. Casagrande giving chase. Casagrande backpedaling in his own zone. Tape to tape to his defense partner. Weak side now to Yang. That didn't connect. Sent back in there by Mako. Uh-oh. Better get Mako. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. I think it's Mako. Mason Mako. I hope I'm pronouncing it. If I'm mispronouncing it, I apologize. Yang now trying to walk in. Couldn't sidestep the defenseman there. Chipped out to center. A foot race ensuing now. Down the wing they come. Sending it across now to Eisman. Eisman trying to cut across the blue line, but it matters not because the play was offsides. 2 minutes, 8 seconds left to go here in the opening chapter of this unwritten story unfolding right before your very eyes and ears here on the SOLU Broadcasting Network. I am your host, Scotty Bonner, along with my cameraman, Aiden, here today from the Rose Garden in Norwich, Connecticut. We'll be right back here, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, a house battle. House Mites Battle, a special. Their first televised scrimmage here on the SOLU Broadcasting Network. Very excited about that. 4-on-4, no icing, no offsides, half a sheet of ice, absolute chaos. This is the young ladies and lads who are not yet even in the Mites division. Here come the Seahawks now with a 2-on-1. Tried to cut it across there. That was Mirko. Nice defensive play there by the Riverhawks as they get it back out to center. A foot race ensues now, trying to get to it. Good hustle there by May. May going against Karen. Karen, nice job to fight him off. May trying to get it down low. Bouncing puck now, corralled by the Seahawks. Swiped out of harm's way there by Mirko. Along the boards now, Seahawks trying to send it out. They do. Out to center. Here comes the big fella, number 54, Calvin Mirko. Mirko hounded there by one of the Riverhawks. I thought I hit a Riverhawk on the bench there, but the ref says play on. The ref's got to get the happy hour, too. Can't get mad at the official for that. Now here's Garrett Moad. Moad taking the puck from behind his own net. Moad keeping the legs turning. Got it out to center. Picked off there by the Seahawks with just 1 minute left to go here in the opening stanza. 1-0, the Seahawks leading this affair. Seahawks trying to get it out there as bodies sent flying. Brady Hockum there was sent down. Picking up the puck now, that's Jones. Jones at his own blue line. Jones happy to carry it out now across the red line he goes. Jones with a head of steam. Jones at the dot, letting the shot go. Waffled down out of midair there by Prates and knocked out of harm's way by Pisani. Good job of back checking there by Pisani. Sent up to York. Bouncing puck now, Giacobbe. Andrew Giacobbe behind the net. Sends it all the way around. Picked off there by the Seahawks. That's Bunkley. Bunkley chipping it up along the boards there to Brady Hockum. Hockum lost the handle on it. Picked up there by Giacobbe. Pocket pick now. Here comes Yang. Yang walking it all alone. Letting the shot go. Oh, that just missed. Yang tried to go top shelf there, but put it a little bit too high. Went over the armoire and out of the living room and into the dining room. Bouncing puck now. Picking it up there is Yang. Leaving it for York. The Killer Wise back out there again. Here's York now. York wheeling and dealing, letting the shot go. Didn't get through. Poured down there as the buzzer sounds. The Seahawks were buzzing right to the very end. What an outstanding opening stanza of hockey we have just been privileged to seeing here at the Rose Garden in Norwich, Connecticut here today. Your score at the end of one, the Southeastern Connecticut Seahawks 1, the Connecticut Riverhawks 0. We will be right back with the start of the second stanza. Don't you dare go anywhere. This is a good one. Oh my, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a fantastic intermission. Got a chance to put the old dishes away, get them into the dishwasher, feed the dog, walk the cat, take care of everything you got to do. And we're underway, the second stanza from the Rose Garden. What a good period for the Seahawks there. I really like the energy. A lot of shots on goal. The netminder Gutman for the Riverhawks was stellar. I think that might have been the Seahawks' best period. Best opening period that I've seen thus far from the Seahawks white team. Team's broken up into white and blue. And not JV or varsity, just really basically broken up as evenly as they can, as the coaches let me know. And a very impressive opening stanza there for the Seahawks. They had a lot of pressure right from the drop of the puck. But the netminder Gutman really keeping the Riverhawks in it. We'll see. If they get a couple of more opportunities. They had a couple. But basically, they were really outshot about, I would say, about 11-2 or 1. Somewhere in that vicinity. I don't have a shot counter. I need an intern here. As it's sent all the way down for icing. 14:07 left to go here in the second stanza. Just nicely underway. We play 15-minute periods. If there is an infraction, ladies and gentlemen, it's for 90 seconds. I think I failed to mention that in the pregame warm-ups. I did mention that if you ice the puck when you're shorthanded, you know how I feel about that. Face-off now to the right of the netminder is Waffle side. Very sharp here tonight. You got a good goaltender, ladies and gentlemen, and you're a good coach. It's just that simple. You got a bad goaltender, and you're looking for a job. In the corner now, sending it back hard around there. That was Mirko. Pinching in to keep the puck in. Nice job there by number 8. That's Jackson Reagan. They're mucking. They're doing their homework along the boards. Riverhawks win the battle now, sending it behind the net, hard around, sent out by Mako. All the way out to center. Spencer Sherman on his horse there. Let's see, is it going to go far enough for icing? It does. I thought the Seahawks might have tipped it, but the ref said no. The official disagreeing with the broadcaster. That won't be the last time that happens this evening, I promise you that. Although I got to say, I think these officials are doing a fantastic job here this evening thus far. I'll let you know should that change. Nah, they've been solid. They've been solid all year long. For the most part. Can't agree with every call, but officiating is a thankless job, I'll tell you. And that every time you blow the whistle, 50% of the people in the building think that, you made the wrong call. They're doing a good job out there. Kept in nicely there by number 54. That's Mirko. Trying to get it down low. Swiped out of harm's way by the Riverhawks. Back to the blue line. Sherman keeping it in. Along the boards now, that's Reagan. Reagan circling the wagons behind his own net. Getting the Jets going. Reagan. Pushed down from behind there. Excuse me, that was Jones. I apologize. Reading the wrong roster there for a moment. Jones sending it in. Jackson Reagan's number 8 on the Seahawks. So got my yellows mixed up there. Well, these things happen. At the blue line now, kept in nicely there by Mako. Bouncing puck doesn't get through. Seahawks win the battle, sending it out to center, tracking it down there is Excuse me, that's Mako. Mako with the puck. Mako trying to go right up the gut. That one's knocked down by York. York's got Yang cutting to the Cookers. Got it there on the backhand. Oh, that just rolled off his stick. Yang picking it up now. He's got a man in front doing battle. Yang behind the net now. Holcomb in front of the net. Trying to get it to him there behind the net. There's Holcomb right off his skate there. Trying to get down to it is York. York now in the corner. Behind the net for Yang. Yang setting up in Gretzky's office. Yang got it back to the blue line. Letting the shot. Oh, that hit the crossbar. Pisani rang the dinner bell, but no one was hungry enough to answer the call for supper. Look at the moves by Yang as he walks all the way in. Letting the shot go. Saved by Gutman. Seahawks now retaining the puck. That's York. York on the backhand. Oh, that just failed to click. Yang now first on it. Yang walking off the boards. Yang with the puck on a string. Yang trying to sidestep 1, 2, 3 defense, but couldn't do so. Kept in at the blue line. Beautiful move by Buckley. Buckley, another beautiful move to the outside. Walking in behind the net, thinking about the wraparound. Going back door. Yang's tied up. Someone knocked over the Hornets' nest in there, and the Seahawks are buzzing as York keeps the puck in. Letting the shot go. That just missed on the wobble side. Oh, the Riverhawks really starting to mouth breathe out there, looking like Rocky Balboa. And Clubber Lang in the third round of the second fight at Madison Square Garden, where the Rangers play golf. Along the boards now, trying to get the puck down low. Can't do so. Cleared but not out. That one's picked off. That's about the third giveaway now. We'll see if the Seahawks get some fresh legs out there. Down low, trying to pull the trigger there was Holcomb. Had it knocked off his stick. Picked off by, that is Yang. Excuse me, that's York. York with the puck now. York dancing on his skates. York with it. York walking in. York behind the net. York circumnavigating the net, looking like Magellan hopped over the stick there. Holcomb back to the blue line. Bertelli keeping it in. Bertelli, Seahawks have had the puck in the Riverhawks zone now for about a minute straight. The Riverhawks have got to be exhausted. Cleared, and even if they ice it, it's fine. Sending it all the way down. The Riverhawks survived that storm. Great job by the Riverhawks. Great pressure by the Seahawks. Now they're trying to catch the Riverhawks in a player change. Looks like it might go for Icy Verbiage, trying to get to it before it crosses over the goal line, but he just couldn't reach it just in time. Oh, my goodness. Outstanding pressure there by the Seahawks as they threw everything, including the kitchen sink of the netminder Gutman on that shift. That puck was in the Riverhawks zone a good, I would say, 90 seconds. At least 80 seconds. But now the face-off deep in the Seahawks zone. It doesn't matter because the Seahawks didn't score, so Riverhawks will say, well, Mr. Broadcaster, I believe it's still 1-0, and they are correct. Here's a chance now, letting the shot go. Saved by Prates. Good shot there by Jones. Prates has not had a lot of work here tonight, so sometimes it's hard to stay mentally alert as a goaltender when you're not getting a lot of shots. You know, your mind starts to wander. Start thinking about perhaps Fortnite or other such things that teenagers think about. Of course, I haven't been a teenager in about 35, 40 years, so I have no idea what they're thinking about. I know what I was thinking about at the time, but this is a family program, so we'll just leave it at that. Back the other way now. Here come the Seahawks through the neutral zone. That's Verbiage. Verbiage has got help sliding it over, picking it up on the backhand, turning, wheeling, letting the shot go. That just missed. That was Govea with the opportunity down low. Kept in nicely there by Reagan. Reagan sending it behind the net, leaning into him is Verbiage. Verbiage trying to get the puck back in front, walking off the boards now with it are the Seahawks. Back to Sherman. Sherman letting the shot go. Saved by Gutman. Got the right flipper on that one. 10 minutes left to go here in the second stanza. 1-0, the Seahawks leading the affair. Dominating territorially, dominating on the shot clock, but not dominating on the scoreboard, and that's all that matters. Down the left wing now. Good job by the Riverhawks to send it in. Giving chase there is Logan Jones. Jones behind the net. Jones trying to get it in front there. That went off a skate. Cleared, and let's see if the Seahawks, they do get it out to center now. A 2-on-1 developing. Verbiage is with Govea. Verbiage at the dot. Verbiage with room. Verbiage pulling the trigger. He scores! Wyatt Verbiage buries the biscuit there for the Seahawks. He went 5-hole. He waited for the goaltender to go down just as he was headed down and opening up the 5-hole. Verbiage let the wrist shot go. Great show of patience there. A 2-on-1 down the right wing. He buries the biscuit. Oh, a huge goal there for the Seahawks. As the Riverhawks were desperate to try and stay within one. With Verbiage getting his second goal of the evening for the Seahawks. Sent back out to center. The Riverhawks are the ones that sent it in, so it's onside. Chasing it there was Williams. Sent out along the board. Seahawks leading it now 2-0. 2 goals by Verbiage. So we got a hat trick alert going on here, ladies and gentlemen. We need to team with some sort of taco stand or something. Like, if a guy scores a hat trick at home and the Seahawks win, everybody gets a free taco or something. Somebody get on the horn with East Coast Taco. We got to get some sort of campaign going here. There's no reason that, we got, I would say, about 60, maybe 50 people here. Everybody right now should be chanting taco. That's just my opinion. Under 9 minutes to go here in the second stanza. 2-0, the Seahawks leading it. They've looked very impressive here thus far. Looks like we got a penalty, though, coming up against Bunkley. Colin Bunkley headed to the sin bin. Let's see now. See the ref talking it over with the coaching staff there. It's just a minor penalty for a minute and a half, so a good opportunity here for the Riverhawks. A much-needed power play. We'll see if they can begin to climb back into this affair. They lead it 2-0. Face-off won by the Riverhawks now. That's Minder. Minder, nice move there. Minder trying to get down low. Minder lost the handle on it. Now he finds it. Back to the blue line. Kept in there by the Riverhawks. Walking in, letting the shot go. Nice job there to get down and block it there by Casagrande. Short-handed, trying to hit Williams. Couldn't do so. That went off the back of Williams there. So a minute 9 left to go here in the man advantage. Picking it up is Jones. Jones behind his own net now. We got a delay call coming up here against the Seahawks. I think the Riverhawks would be advantageous just to let him touch it. Time here in the 2-man advantage might be more valuable as the goaltender headed to the sin bin. Coming over there, Casagrande laying the lumber into Christie. And there'll be no further play. So it's going to be a 2-man advantage coming up here for the Riverhawks for 51 seconds. If they don't score on that, there'll be a 1-man advantage after that for 41 seconds, if my math is correct, ladies and gentlemen, and like Tony Stark, it always is. So a power play coming up now. Number 16, Palmer Williams headed to the sin bin. Didn't see the internationally recognized sign there by the official. I was trying to do math in my head there, looking at the clock. Face-off deep in the Seahawks zone. A big 5-on-3 power play now. Big face-off win by the Seahawks as they win the draw, sending it all the way down. That would have been icing. You could still ice the puck even if you're down 2 men. Just to make the rule that they came up with twice as ridiculous. Oh, bad pass there by the Riverhawks. Out of the reach there, and they're short-handed. An icing has occurred. I apologize. Got the short-handed on my mind. That's a big icing call now. As the Riverhawks find themselves deep in their own zone with just 35 seconds remaining in the man advantage. The 2-man advantage, Under 8 minutes to play here. Seahawks won another big face-off. Sending it out to center now. Seahawks tracking it down there. That's Bertelli. Bertelli trying to slide it over there to Pisani. Pisani to Govea. Seahawks down 2 men. Big hit there, laying the lumber into him. Jones got a big chunk of Govea. Govea got back up and said, all right, number 8, I'll catch up with you later. Carrying the puck in now, Bolko. Bolko letting the shot go. Can of corn there for the netminder, Prates. Now he uses the waffle to hold on there. GWU by the goaltender there. Good waffle utilization, as we used to call it back in the day. 10 seconds remaining on the 2-man advantage. 7:34 left to go here in the second stanza. Seahawks with an outstanding job of penalty killing here. Nice slow player change there by the coaching staff. That's not by accident. Give your boys a little bit of chance there to catch their breath as they win the faceoff. Sent all the way down. And it was deflected on the way out, so there is no icing. That's going to do it for the 2-man advantage. Power play still continuing for the next 40 seconds. Along the boards now. Bouncing puck. Picked up by the Seahawks. Trying to get it down low. Lost the handle on a quick shot there. Steered aside by Gutman. Going to track it down there to Seahawks. Nice job there by Karen to keep the puck in. Brady Karen sending it down low. Seahawks with the giveaway, chasing it down there is Karen. Karen behind the net. Karen thwarted there by, that is Giacobbe. 11 seconds left to go in the man advantage for the Riverhawks. Did not capitalize on the 2-man advantage. They had it for 41 seconds. But the Seahawks did a fantastic job of penalty killing as we're back to 5-on-5. Good penalty kill by the Seahawks. I'm sure the coaching staff is pleased. Back the other way now, May. May trying to sidestep Casagrande. Behind the net it goes now. Casagrande in the corner. Casagrande did get it out to center. Up to Yang. Here comes Yang now, 3-on-2. Yang Sending it up to York. York peeling away, trying to get it back to Yang now. Nice job of back checking there by Minder, getting the stick in the passing lane. Good job there by Minder to break up that play. Boy, this line has been tenacious all night long, causing trouble for the Riverhawks. Yang and York out there with number 17, Hawcom. They got 7-11. Causing havoc out there now. 70-11, I guess I should say. Still look like 7-11. I was thinking about a Slurpee there for a moment. I missed my buddy Apu. Bouncing puck now, swiped out of harm's way, cleared but not out. Kipped in at the blue line. That just missed. Nice shot there by Hawcom. 5:50 remaining here in the second stanza as Casagrande keeping the puck in down to York. York dancing with the puck on the backhand. Doesn't get the shot off, or did get the shot off, didn't get through. Kept in by Bertelli. Bertelli trying to get it down low. Sent all the way down by the Riverhawks. That's a good icing, though. Because you are still allowed to change players even if you ice the puck, unlike the NHL. Now, that rule I like in the NHL, but I can understand in high school you want to get tired guys off the ice. That's how guys could get lumped up a little bit. So I don't think they should change it here at the high school level, but I was happy when Gary Bettman made that change at the NHL level. If you ice the puck, you're not allowed to change players, but the other team is. But in high school, that's not the case. So icing happened. Fresh legs, though, so it's a good icing from that perspective as the Riverhawks really needed some fresh legs. Down the left wing they come now. That's Jones. Logan Jones walking in at the dot, pulling the trigger, save by Prates, getting the flipper out. Jones getting to his own rebound behind the net. Almost brought it back out in front. Yang trying to get it out to center. He does. Yang trying to connect there with Hawcom. Brady Hawcom down the right wing. Tracking it down there. Nice job there by Sherman to keep the puck in. Spencer Sherman on the backhand. Trying to get it down low, sent out to center. Sherman blew a tire there momentarily. Got back up. Chipped ahead there by Moad. Moad sending the puck in. Nice job by York to come back and help out. Picked off there by Eisman. Eisman lost the handle on it. York there running into Giacobbe, sending him flying. And Giacobbe was stepping up to lay the lumber into him. York saw him at the last second. Got the old forearm shiver going there. Ref says play on. Here's York now. Down the right wing, he's got Yang. York at the dot. York sliding it over to Yang. Oh, that just failed to click as it hit the defenseman on the back of the Achilles. I don't know if there can be a back of an Achilles. Riverhawks trying to get the puck in there. That was Moad. That hit a body and ended up being offsides. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the second stanza. 2-0. The Seahawks are leading this affair. It's been a real good one thus far. Seahawks really brought their A game right from the drop of the puck, and the Riverhawks have been very impressive to hang on, I got to tell you. I like the effort that I'm seeing here by the boys in the mustard yellow. They're not going away. Here's Minder now. They're just one shot away from this being tied. Doesn't feel that way, though. Feels like they've been run out of the gym here, but not the case at all. 2-0 is only the score, so got to tip your hat to the boys in the mustard yellow. They are hanging around, and sometimes you just don't want to let a team hang around. That ends up backfiring on you more often than not, so we'll see if the Riverhawks can get within one goal here. They trail 2-0 with just under 4 minutes to go here in the second stanza. The middle stanza, Shakespeare's favorite stanza, ladies and gentlemen. Into the corner now. Seahawks trying to keep the puck in. Nice job there by Bunkley to win the battle. Seahawks have been winning the loose pucks along the boards all night. Bunkley putting the brakes on, protecting the puck there. Bunkley sidestepping a big hit in the corner, keeping the legs turning, leaving it at the blue line, winding, shooting. Oh, that just missed. Releasing a laser beam there. Was the Seahawks forward who was covering the point. Didn't see who that was. I'll try and get his number for you. That was number 19 there. That was Karen. Karen now sending it behind the net. It goes, giving chase there. That's Williams. Williams in the corner, trying to win the puck away from the Riverhawks. Can't do so. Sent all the way down. In on the netminder there. Oh, Prates there. Oh, I thought it hit his pad there. The ref said it hit the side of the net, so Prates did everything he could not to touch it. Nice job there by the netminder to win that icing. I don't know if that's going to show up in the scorecard or the sabermetrics or the cybermetrics or whatever math the young lads and ladies are doing nowadays. I, of course, prefer the math that got us to the moon. Well, that's just me. 3 minutes, 12 seconds left to go here in the second stanza. Face-off deep in the Riverhawks zone. We'll see if the Seahawks capitalize on this icing. Then I think the netminder should get an indirect assist or something. Or at least somebody get the guy a sarsaparilla after the game for his heads-up play. Sending it down low to Verbiage. He's out there thinking about the hat trick, I'm sure. Why not? He has a chance now. Bouncing in front. They score! I believe it might be Casagrande who's going to get credit when he let the shot go. It hit a body in front. Not sure if it hit Yang or one of the defensemen. I think it's Casagrande's goal. Gavin Casagrande letting the shot go from the point. That hit a body in front. Ends up in the back of the twine. That's why it's never a bad idea to just let the shot go. That's just what Casagrande did right there. That's a huge goal now. As the Seahawks extend the lead to 3. 3-0 is your score. 3 is a much bigger mountain to climb than 2. So a nice job there by Casagrande. Casagrande stepping up into Jones there. Laying the lumber into him. Jones had his head down coming across the blue line. Not a good idea when Casagrande is on patrol. Here's Yang now. Yang trying to slide it back in front. Saved there by the netminder Gutman. Riverhawks with the puck trying to get out of their own zone. Can't do so. 2.5 minutes left to go. That's knocked down. Back the other way now. Winding. Shooting is Verberidge. Great job there by the Riverhawks defenseman to get his stick in the shooting lane. I think that was Mako, number 15. Let's see who it was. I want to give that young lad credit because that was a nice play. Can't see the back of his jersey just yet. Still can't. Well, there it is. Yep, I believe it was Mako. It was either Mako or Giacobbe. Either way, a nice play there to keep this just a 3-goal affair. 2 minutes and 22 seconds remaining here in the second stanza. Tracking it down is York. York got that puck on a string all night long, trying to get it back in front. Found it there for Hawcom. Hawcom in the corner. Hawcom trying to get it back to York. Seahawks doing a nice job keeping it in. Kicked down there nicely by Sherman. York in the corner. York making a move now, walking off the boards, letting the shot go, saved by Gutman, and there'll be no further play. Nice moves there by Declan York. He's been really sharp all day long. Got to think that the boys out there are now starting to sense that the high school season just right around the corner. The leaves are falling. The temperature is changing. Turning from Friday night lights, ladies and gentlemen, to Saturday night hockey, and that pleases the broadcast. Although I love football, don't get me wrong. Behind the net now. Son on the East Line Vikings, so I'm a big fan of football. Don't misunderstand me by any sense, but it's that time of year. Football coming to an end. Thanksgiving will culminate the regular season for high school football, and then it's high school hockey time here in Connecticut. No bouncing puck down by the Riverhawks as they backtrack in their own zone. They send it up now, 2-on-1 if they can corral it. Nice job there by Sherman to handle the bouncing puck under duress. Out to center it goes now. Kicking it back up, that's number 8. That's Reagan. He lost the handle on it. Here comes York now. York over the blue line. York letting the shot go. Can of corn there for the netminder Gutman, and there'll be no further play. Another nice save there by the netminder Adam Gutman. Just under 1 minute to go here in the second stanza. You are watching the SOLU Broadcasting Network. I am your host, Scotty Bonner, along with my cameraman Aiden here this evening. Don't go anywhere after this game. We got another Seahawk U18 battle coming up as the Enfield Eagles paying a visit. Here's Jones now. Jones carrying the puck in. Jones down the right wing. Jones letting the shot go there on a tough angle. That didn't miss by much. Nice rush there by Logan Jones. Kept in at the blue line there by Mako. Bouncing puck now. Seahawks corralling it, trying to get the puck out. They do. Here comes Mirko. Mirko lost the handle on it there at center ice. Sent back in by the Riverhawks, but it matters not. The play was offsides. There you see number 54, Calvin Mirko. Big, strong power forward out there for the Seahawks. Wearing my old house number. I grew up on at 54. Along the boards now. Sent out to center now. 25 seconds left to go here in the second stanza. Riverhawks sending it out to center. That's Mirko. Tracking it down. Mirko lost it in his footing there. Sending it back to Pisani. Pisani sending it up there. Quick stop there by Gutman. Cleared but not out. Kept in there by Fox. Behind the net it goes now, sent all the way down. Let's see if it's going to go for icing. There's less than a second left. There's the buzzer, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that they just let the period come to an end there. All right, your score at the end of 2. The Southeastern Connecticut Seahawks 3. The Connecticut Riverhawks 0. We'll be right back with the start of the third and final stanza right here on the SOLU Broadcasting Network. Don't you dare go anywhere. I don't even know how to describe it. An emotional roller coaster this week at the movie theaters. I went to go see The Eternals and Dune. It could be Dune was one of the greatest sci-fi films I've ever seen in the history of sci-fi. And The Eternals, do yourself a favor and don't waste your time. What a great movie Dune was. Just absolute brilliance at work. The acting, the way it was shot, the music, the storytelling, and it's for a great movie. The filmmaker, not sure of his name, no, but I know he did Assassins and Arrival and Blade Runner, the new Blade Runner. Just a brilliant young filmmaker from Quebec, Canada. Walking in now, bouncing puck, trying to corral it there. Saved by the netminder Gutman. Rebound, Gutman getting the butt end on that one. Oh, didn't think that he wasn't playing goal on his way here tonight, so. His team is not quitting in front of him, though. I really like what I'm seeing from the Riverhawks. Go! He scores! How about that for timing, ladies and gentlemen? Wyatt Verber, the young lad. Oh, he's got to be very happy about that. Nice. Oh, I got to think Mr. and Mrs. Verberidge might be stopping at McDonald's for a Happy Meal on the way home. You know, Popeyes, Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, whatever it takes. Well, congratulations to that young man. He's been working hard all season, and a hat trick here tonight. 4-0 now is the score. The hill got a little bit higher to climb here now for the Riverhawks. A little bit steeper, a little bit more snow, a little bit less footwear. As you know, everybody always travels uphill in snow without any shoes. Well, at least they did back in the day. At least my parents never had shoes as they went uphill. There's Jones now. Jones hounded by York, letting the shot go. That missed Prates on the glove side. So Verberidge with the hat trick. Congratulations to that young lad. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get on the horn with a taco stand. We should all be headed out for tacos right after this one. Here's York now, chipping it up to himself. A foot race. The netminder comes. That's a great job by the goaltender there. And he made the decision. Here comes May now. May putting on the brakes. May letting the shot go. Saved by Prates. Rebound. They jam at it. Prates finding it through a sea of legs. And there'll be no further play. If you're going to come off your line, come off your line. And that's just what Gutman did there. Very aggressively there. Looking like the netminder Hatch, who of course played with Alfred and Pele in Paris behind enemy lines back in 1980. Well, the film was taking place in 1940. Now is the score. Oh my goodness. What a show of stick handling ability there by number 70 as he pulled the puck off the boards. Waited for the netminder there. That time the goaltender stayed in his crease. You might be thinking perhaps I should have went to go get that one. Although I didn't think he made the wrong decision at the time. But Declan, 14 there going for a ride. We'll see if that's going to be hooking there on the Seahawks. There you go. Hooking is the call. I can't argue with the... I believe it was Williams there. He's arguing the call there as a Karen, number 19. We'll see what they put on the board there. His jersey's a little bit crinkled up. Couldn't see it. It is number 19. Brett Karen there. All right, hooking is the call. So to the power play go the Riverhawks with just under 12 to go. Putting the brakes on is Jones. Jones laying the lumber into him there. Good job by Williams. That's the second or third big hit that Jones has taken, but he's got knocks. They trail this 1-5 here this evening on the SOLU Broadcasting Network. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. It really is a blessing, honor, and privilege to be able to do these games, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know or you know the backstory, I was a Gaylord Fokker for over 20 years, fraternal member of the Brotherhood of Male Nurses there. Big hit there. Minder laying the lumber into him. I don't think that was a penalty. I got to be honest. The puck was there. He kept his shoulder down, kept his stick down. Let's see what roughing is the call there. Well, I think the refs have done a 4-on-4 hockey for the next 22 seconds. Then the Seahawks will have an abridged power play. Chance now down low, trying to get back to the forehand to pull the trigger, laid the lumber into him. There is Bunkley. Good job there by Bunkley, leaving the puck and taking the man. That's a good defensive play there. That's how you play. So they wisely walked away, or wisely from everybody's perspective, I suppose. So 6 seconds remaining now in the 4-on-4. Then it'll be a power play for the Seahawks. They lead it 5-0. 10.5 left to go here in the affair. Out to center away. Like we say, ladies and gentlemen, we like big hard hits here on the SOLU Broadcasting Network, but we don't want to see any young ladies or lads shooken up in any way. But unfortunately, it's not always foreign to the product. Nice round of applause there as the young man got back to his feet. He took a big hit. These kids are tough. Let's see who that is there. I believe it's Ted Eisman. And it was a big hit there by Bertelli that sent Eisman But he's all right, though. I'll bet anybody a dozen donuts that young lad doesn't even miss a shift. And I'll make those donuts for the next minute. Riverhawks are on the power play for a minute and 1 second remaining. There's a quick shot there, saved by Prates. And there'll be no further play. 9 minutes, 20 seconds left to go here in the affair. 5-0 is your score. Face-off coming deep. Number 4, there it is! Burbridge really feeling it this evening as he buries the biscuit, his 4th goal of the afternoon or evening here on the Eastern Seaboard. What a beautiful wrist shot there by Burbridge as he walks in, buries the biscuit there. Well, the Seahawks with 9 minutes and 5 seconds left to go, the short-handed goal. Boy, oh boy, I'm glad I got that young lad starting on my fantasy hockey team tonight. He's really paying dividends for the broadcaster. Waffle down there. By the netminder, turning, wheeling, letting the shot go. That just missed. Into the corner it goes now. Riverhawks the first on it there, trying to get it in front. Nice job of tying the man up in front there by Sherman. Spencer Sherman having a nice day. On defense for the thought it was a penalty. It has been all Seahawks from the moment that we dropped the puck to get the game going. And I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it could be a stellar all afternoon long or all evening long, excuse me. As it is dark out. We just had last weekend with the daylight savings or whatever it's called, pushing it forward. Daylight darkness as it is now. Dark at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't mind it. People are saying that we should get rid of it. Nah, it's part of winter. Leave it alone. They made it shorter as it is. It's about a month shorter as it is now. Looks like 2 of the lads there headed to the sin bin after the whistle after the goal. So we're still 5-on-5 though. Just a timeout. There was a little bit of by Yang. Yang carrying the puck out, hounded from behind there by May. Good job of May on the back check there. Down 7-0. Still giving his team for that he has. You got to admire that. Now chipped out to center by the Riverhawks. Chance to get to it there. Couldn't find the puck, though. Hounded from behind other Riverhawks as they can't gain the blue line. Bunkley sending it up to Yang. Yang now with the puck. Yang looking to go back cross ice there, weak side. Trying to connect with Mirko. Mirko in the corner there, trying to get the puck in front. Can't do so. Yang comes rounding the net like Bobby Orr coming up. Telly there. Jones looks a little bit lumped up. This kid giving chase. Cleared but not out. Kept in nicely there. No, the ref says it came out over the blue line. Thought Karen may have kept it in, but the ref thought otherwise. 5 minutes, 50 seconds left to go here in the affair, ladies and gentlemen. 7-0 is the score, though. By the Seahawks have been impressive here this evening. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything for anybody, but the effort has been there. Seahawks are just a little bit better tonight. You know, sometimes the other organization's better. You tip your hat to them. You say, we'll get you next time. Here tonight, despite the fact that they're on the wrong end. Ladies and gentlemen, that's where officiating has changed. Back in the day, and I've officiated, no joke, I've officiated thousands upon thousands of hockey games. I'm not kidding. And if it was about 5 minutes left, I think that actually has to do with the cell phone that we're all carrying in our pocket. So we're all so attached to the machines nowadays, and I'm not necessarily saying that's a bad thing either. Because without the technology, I wouldn't be here being able to broadcast. I'd be miserable as a nurse somewhere. Big hit there is York. Runs into May. May had him lined up. York actually sent May down flying. I think the little bit of humanity has been, I would say, removed from humanity. We see the strike box in baseball. We see all the instant replays in football. And I don't know. I think it's taken the emotion out of the game, to be honest with you. A little bit too much for my likings. Taking the novelty away from the games. Taking humanity away from the games. I'll tell you what. No way on God's green earth do I call that play offsides. But that's just me. Again, that was before we had cell phones, though, when I was officiating. So, although I probably had a beep sending it all the way down. Now we see the refs there. I thought he waved off the icing initially. Well, there's another perfect example. No way on God's green earth am I calling that an icing. It was 7-0 game with 3 minutes and 16 seconds remaining because Stone Cold said so. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen. And the ref's not wrong. You know, it was off and it was. Along the boards now. Been quite the ride, I'm sure, for the wife. And the kids. But, you know, there were no illusions. She knew it's 0 or 7-1 is very important. Mr. Prates, I got you. We're brothers, you and I. The fraternal and sororital brother and sisterhood of goaltenders, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes being to be discriminatory between sour and sweet. And us goaltenders, we're very discriminatory. If you're not a goaltender, ladies and gentlemen, then you're just at home saying, what in the world is this guy pontificating about? And if you're a goaltender, you're sitting at home saying, yeah, I know what this guy's talking about. He's absolutely right. And I assure you that I am. Sent up there. Guys knock it off before somebody tells me I got to call a penalty. That would have been the end of that. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, the officials disagree with the broadcaster, but we call that Tuesday here. You don't mind that. Once again, I don't think the official's wrong. Now he's discussing maybe it's a 2-10 because now they got a young lad, Minder, going in to serve it. The shot go, big stop there by Gutman. Oh, he kept the flipper down and made a nice save there as York almost ran the entire gauntlet. Here comes Yang now. Yang faking the back pass to York. Yang behind it now. Yang looking like Magellan as he circumnavigated there by Christie, and he sends it all the way down. All the way down it goes there. Well, ladies and gentlemen. Do I have to really reiterate the point there? Because I got to be honest with you. I would have waved that icing off. Oh, you got to admire these refs, I'll tell you. Well, for my cameraman, Aiden, I've been your host, Scotty Bonner. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask everybody, if you enjoyed the program, please head over to our Patreon site. Go to patreon.com/Solu Broadcasting. And you could become a Patreon subscriber and help us continue to bring everybody these games absolutely free of charge for just